Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to WizdomDropz, your source for daily drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. My name is Tonia. Today, I am Queen Tonia, for I am ever Queen Tonia. However, I am celebrating my belated birthday. I'm a very late degree Libra. And yes, it is Sagittarius season. So yeah, I'm late, but whatever. When in Rome, I was in mental Rome. You feel? Okay. Now, today, now that we got that out of the way, we are discussing the eclipse bum, 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 brrr, that happens. Oh, I just got paid. Cool. Sorry if you heard that in the background. That was funny timing though. That is happening on November 30th, 2020 in the sign of Gemini. Okay. This is a full moon eclipse. It is with Rahu. And if you don't know about Rahu, don't worry. We're going to talk about it. It's going to bring in some fated events, baby. It is going to bring in some big, bold energy. I'm excited to talk about it. I just got goosebumps just thinking about it. So by the end of this video, you're going to have an overview of what to expect. And we're really just going to holistically investigate and explore this chart together and come out of it with some conclusions on what is what for the next 6 months. Because eclipses affect y'all for 6 months at a time. That's what people don't be telling you all the time, but that's the truth. So before we do get into those juicy details though, number one, make sure you are subscribed to this YouTube channel because I put out a video every single day of the week. No, I am not kidding with you. I put out a video every single day of the week. So if you like what I is dropping, be here for it because I'm here for you every single day. Okay. Hit that bell notification too. So you get the ding, 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 ding when I put up a video. Number two, like this video if it brings you any value whatsoever, because that helps the content get promoted in people's news feeds. And we're growing a community here of consciousness expansion through astrology. I'm here to help you interpret the stars so that you can interpret the stars for yourself. And if that resonates with you and you want to be empowered astrologically and you want to see other people be empowered astrologically, because that's the right thing to do, that's what the spirits say is, yeah, let's do that, then hit that like button because it helps other people get that content. No matter what you do with them, for any trolls, souls out there, it still helps us get more views and it still helps the community grow. Thank you to all the subscribers. Thank you to all the hardcore fans and like contributors and community members who are literally here every day hitting that like button. I appreciate y'all so much. But let's jump into this. Okay, let's jump into this. I'm gonna share my screen with you and we're gonna see what's what for this eclipse. You should be seeing the eclipse on your screen right about meow. So this is happening, as I said, November 30th of 2020, really early in the day, Eastern Standard Time. It is like 4 a.m.-ish, give or take, right? And really what you're seeing here is the imprint of what is to happen for the next 6 months. Anytime we have a lunation with the nodes of the moon, that is when it constitutes as an eclipse. So right now you can see that the moon is at 8 degrees, the sun is at 8 degrees of Sagittarius, the moon is at 8 degrees of Gemini, and the north node is over here at 19 degrees of Gemini. Now this is, you might be saying, but wait, Tonia, this is like more than 10 degrees of separation. Does that really count? And while it's true that more closer orbs, or like the tighter in degrees of separation that various aspects are in, increases the intensity, it is still an effect because there is a co-presence in the sign. And the moon is going to be right over 19 degrees like a few hours later anyway, within a couple days, not even, you know. So anyway, without going off into that, that's just why, for anybody curious, but this is the north node. You see this little horseshoe? That's the north node. And that at any given moment, y'all, in time, in space, is the spiritual GPS. You could think about the north node like that. It's the spiritual GPS. Where do I go? What do I do? What do I develop now for my highest and greatest good? That's the north node at any given moment in time. And I'm like combining Vedic astrology, which has been turned into Western astrology, right? Because that's where the roots of all astrology kind of really comes from at the end of the day. There's not really a kind of to it, with more modern evolutionary astrology. So we're talking about like how you basically grow as a soul, okay, at any given moment. So with that said, the eclipse is at Gemini. So Gemini and things are coming into our lives for the next 6 months. And this is coming into because North Node Rahu is growing. It's growing because it's with the North Node. This is the head of the dragon. I've done videos on this before, people. If you really want to know my take on this, the WizdomDropz, like understanding of what the North Node and the South Node is, type in North Node Rahu WizdomDropz or whatever, and it'll come up in the YouTubes. Also, what I'll say is that something is coming into our life that is in relationship to skill. Before we even get into all these aspects, what's growing in our life is skill. Gemini is the sign of the craftsperson. Gemini is the sign of the person who knows a craft, who knows some skill, who knows how to like do things, who knows how to bring in some type of mastery of information. That's why you get crafts out of it, okay? And also problem solving. Gemini is a great sign for problem solving. It definitely solves problems as an energy, as a sign. So we're bringing in problem solving, we're bringing in mental stimulation because Gemini is brainy AF. They're very intelligent, right? Generally speaking, we're bringing in all of us, no matter what your sign is, intelligence. We're bringing in skill and craft and problem solving and using our hands to work on things. So if you're a musician, like I'm playing an instrument, or you're a typer, whatever, like however you use this in your life, you're using hands. You're using your hands to be crafty. In other words, like some type of skill with using your hands. It could be pottery, anything where you're using your hands, okay? There's that. But let's look at the chart now for what is really coming in energetically at this time. We have Venus opposing Uranus. That's one of the first things that stands out to me. Look at that. Venus is like, damn, the planet of love and relationship. She's opposing Uranus. She's like, damn, that's like something to look at right there. This is surprising love events. This is truth through like some crazy like affair you found out about, or this is also like quirky love and weird love, and like you're attracted to something you never knew you were into, or people you never knew you were into, and it might be perceived as a little strange, a little alien, a little foreign to you, but it ends up being your truth because Uranus is truth. It's truth by shaking you up. It's truth by lightning, like truth bombs, you know. And it's in relationship to what? Love, romance, partnership, Venus, beauty. True beauty is going to be seen, I would guess, for the next 6 months and over the next 6 months as being earthly as well in nature, because Venus is the core of what really is when it's in Scorpio. It's like it's just the deepest truth, and it's in opposition. It has to psychologically deal with, in other words, Uranian themes, because it's an opposition aspect, and Uranian themes are truth, as I said, but it's in an earth sign, Taurus. So you combine the fact that it's in an earth sign, Taurus, and you're getting truth related to earth in opposition with Venus. So it's coming out through shocking ways, though. Like we might find, for example, through all these natural disasters that have been happening, even more of those, and figuring out that, wait a minute, the earth is where the actual true beauty is in life in general for us on earth. And that's even more so intensified because look, I just did a video on Lilith. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I drop a lot of wisdom there on who Lilith is and what she means in your personal natal chart, or anybody else's for that matter. But Uranus and Lilith are within a 3-degree orb at the time of this eclipse, this lunation that has implications for 6 months down the road, y'all. Like, that's intense. She is the divine liberated feminine, and she is with Uranus, and she is in Taurus. So there will be an awakening of Earth. Trust and believe. These are the two most shake-up energies in the entire blessed chart at any given moment. Lilith and Uranus. These are like the shake you up and throw you down them just like mental stairs of just like get it together. Like it's no violence, but it's just what it is. It's epiphany through shake-up, and it is. I mean, it could be experienced violently in your energy field because Uranus is lightning, yo. When lightning hits some stuff, does it really have a so-called positive aspect all the time? No, but it does if you allow it to. There's some meaning behind it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to look into it without getting too far deep into the deep of the deep, notice that. And, you know, this isn't an exact chart, but I would like to think that the part of fortune, by the time this is exact at 8 degrees, 25 minutes, whoops, I should have zoomed it forward to 37. I'd like to think the part of fortune was still at this party. And that's going to be, it moves rather quickly, but a lot of joy and wealth is to come through this truth exposure in the fullness of time and over the next 6 months. Also, we have here, you know, Saturn just still ready, just ready to burst on into Aquarius. It's just like the waterways are like they're gonna burst soon into Aquarius. But this is the last of that kind of like puking that has been happening in Capricorn. And Saturn is conjunct Pallas Athena, the master goddess strategist energy of the zodiac. So there is, over the next 6 months, a restructuring of what is divinely femininely. We see the multiple indicators of this. Lilith with Uranus, Pallas Athena with Saturn aligned. So the feminine energy will be taking the forefront, I believe. The feminine energy, Venus will be showing her true strength and power. Scorpio. I don't care that this isn't in good dignity, and neither does Lilith. Okay, but Venus is to say we are going deep and we are showing our power. And we is who? Venus is women. So women and feminine energy beings, even if you're a male, more yin energy beings, will be showing their power, their true power, their deeper power. The truth, the essence of truth is Scorpio. And you put Venus, the planet of femininity, in there. And I think women are going to be fucking shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like shaking up that soda can and just, you know, really just letting it go with that opposition to Uranus and, you know, Lilith over here. And we're going to be still thinking very deep in how to actually structurally solve problems the next 6 months. Because look at Mercury in the deepest sign of zodiac, Scorpio, making all these little sextile aspects to all these power player planets, Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, the gods of fate, Jupiter, or excuse me, Pluto, trying the third time, Saturn. And yes, Pluto has a bit of a fate quality, but definitely, you know, Saturn is fate. And transformation and death. Both of these are death, Pluto and Saturn. And belief, you know, what I like about this is that Mercury is also making a really nice sextile to, by 1 degree of separation, to Jupiter. And so solutions, guided benevolent solutions. Jupiter is angels, Neptune is ETs. If we get disclosure, yo, under the next 6 months, you heard it here on WizdomDropz that it was gonna happen, because ETs are Uranus and they're in opposition with Venus, and it's the truth of the matter. It's just the deepest truth. You know, Scorpio, that's a possibility. That would be really cool. If that happens, I will be partying out there in the crop circles. No, I'm kidding, but like for real, that's cool. But anyway, Mercury sextiling this Jupiter is indicative of like some type of faith download that just happens over the next 6 months. You will be experiencing faith downloads and real tangible solutions. Scorpio and Capricorn don't have no time for no facetious BS. They're all about truth, 100%. All about power, 100%. They're ruled by the malefics. Scorpio's ruled by Mars in ancient times. Capricorn's ruled by Saturn in ancient times. It always is ruled by Saturn, but you get the gist. In malefic status, they're here for the real. They don't want to deal with no fluff. But we have the benefics, Venus and Jupiter, in them. So we are dealing more jovially or more pleasurably and with more natural receptivity because of this nice Mercury aspect to Jupiter with these malefic energies. And what that allows us to do is to come up with some real tangible solutions that actually mean something, that functionally mean something in the world and function in a way that produces tangible solutions. Okay, so that's what I want you to be aware of under this energy. Also, Mars is direct, thank goddess, hallelujah, amen. And Mars is making a nice aspect over here to the sun. So that's nice with this energy. So our willpower is going to be in alignment for the next 6 months with our identity. And there's fire energy. We went so long in 2020 without any like hardcore, like real fire energy. I, for one, am very glad that the fire has returned to the heavens. And there's some energy, there's some passion, there's some like, we can be creative and childlike and just really in our zest, in our joie de vivre a little bit, because Venus has the support to Neptune, your fantasy, your dreaming in your fantasy of what you want your life to really deeply look like at the end of the day. With Venus over here in this nice fantasy energy, you know, with Neptune, it can be the better side of that is like you're coming into painting pictures that you never knew were possible before for like your life, society, and so forth. The lower vibe of that is like, yeah, manipulators, just watch out. But there's no square aspects, so I'm really not like too concerned. Don't be like on some escapist shit the next 6 months though. Don't be caught up in no substances because you can be snapped out of that real quick with that Venus opposite Uranus in like very unpleasant ways. So don't be on some super escapist tendencies. Just a forewarning for anybody who does a little too hard or whatever, any substances. Although I think you're going to be experiencing more pleasure in these what can be very painful times, you know. So I just want to put that up on y'all's radar, let you know, looking out for the tribe here on the WizdomDropz. But yeah, I think there's a lot of good energy here. All these master like intense planets have good aspects going to them, which makes me feel better about this whole situation. So I think that and the dispositor of the moon at this time, the ruling planet is Mercury, because the moon is in Gemini. So Mercury is in the deepest sign of the zodiac. So the signs of the times that are the eclipse that is taking place on November 30th, 2020, are to go deep introspectively and deeply into our craft, deeply into our skill, deeply into our minds, because it's Gemini after all, and Mercury is in Scorpio, the deepest sign of the zodiac, and that dispositor is in nothing but positive aspect. Look at this. Look at this. It's in nothing but positive aspect to the gods of fate and karma, Saturn, Pluto, and the god of belief and spirituality and abundance, any kind of abundance, right? Mental abundance, spiritual abundance, tangible abundance, Jupiter. Solutions are on offer, people. There is an offer. So I hope this video brought you value. If it did, make sure you hit that like button and hit that notification bell so you can get the ding ding a dong dong when I put out a video every single day of the week. And like it if it brought you any value so that more people get the content, get the down low on what to expect under this eclipse moment, this fated destiny moment. And with that said, my friend, through next time, until next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.